Understanding behavior. First and foremost, we have to understand that all behavior is functional. It serves a purpose. People don't just act to act, unless you're an actor, but that's a little different. True behavior is functional. And so when we look at our students, we have to understand that they are behaving in a certain way, poorly as they may be, but there's a reason for it. There's a function for that behavior. They're telling us something. So think about this. Think of behavior as another form of communication. When you are watching a student behave, you're actually able to see into what they're thinking, what they're feeling, even what they're perceiving. Now, so we're looking at behavior, and behavior is functional. Behavior is a communication device. Behavior is always within a context, and that's key. Behavior never happens outside of a context. There's three different set of contexts in general for students to behave. And so the first one is a setting event. And that could be something as simple as the kid went to bed late last night for whatever reason, good or bad, doesn't matter. But he's acting inappropriately in your class because he's overtired. Or she had an argument with her mom and dad in the morning. Okay, and that set her off for the whole day. The kid could be hungry. When you see a student exhibiting poor behavior, think about what the context is, what's really gone on behind the scenes to be an impetus or a trigger for that behavior. Another context for students in their behavior is the instructional level. And generally it's either they're acting poorly because they're frustrated. The class is going too fast. They're just like, I have no idea what's going on. The flip side of that is they could be bored. The context for their poor behavior could be that they are literally bored. The information they already know. They've already done that. They've read the book. They've seen the video. Whatever the reason, they're just bored. And the third context is the environment itself. And that could be as simple as the room is overly active. If you're a teacher who likes to have lots of activities and it's very, very busy, and think that some of the kids in there might not respond well to that. Maybe they need it to calm down a little bit. It could be the opposite. It could be too calm, where there's lots of, all right, read, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. It's too regimented, and they need some get me up and moving around. It could be totally unstructured. That's where a lot of kids have problems. It could be the presence of or the absence of a certain student or an adult. Sometimes it's whether it's true bullying or just a kid who makes somebody feel uncomfortable. I say all that. The context does not excuse behavior, does not excuse it. What it does do is it serves to explain it so that we can find a remedy and intervene effectively for it. Because we have to understand, really, why the behavior is happening. So I want to show you something. I want to show you what's called the anatomy of a behavior. Okay, so here's the anatomy of a behavior. First is the event. Something happens. The event is neither good nor bad. It is just an event. When that event happens, you have an automatic thought. Just automatically comes up into your head. With that is an automatic feeling. That's where when you go to drop your phone and you do that thing and you get that feeling of fear, right? That's automatic. That produces the actual thought and feeling. Now, here's where it gets interesting. What causes the automatic thoughts and feelings? First, it starts with perceptions. What are the perceptions of that student? Going into the situation, before the event happened, there was a set of perceptions. They like me, they don't like me. Whatever it is, the context that I was just sharing as well. The perceptions are shaped by beliefs. What you believe about the world, about learning, about yourself, about your mom and dad, your identity, that all influences your perceptions of all situations. This is global, not a situational perception. And all of this comes from your core values. So whatever you value as a person is going to influence your beliefs. Your beliefs influence your perceptions of everyday life and how you color and filter all the events that happen to you, and that is going to create your automatic thoughts and feelings. For example, let's say you are driving down the road. And as you're driving down the road, the event is somebody pulls in front of you. They cut you off on the highway, or what you perceive as a cutoff. They get in front of you. Your automatic thought or feeling is anger, it's rage, it's how dare they cut me off like that. That's my perception. They cut me off because I believe that I deserve respect. Because how dare you get in front of me? You almost hit my car. I believe that, and I value you respecting me more than that. You should be better at driving and figuring out that you needed to get off on this exit, blah, blah, blah. Okay? All of that. Now, my actual thoughts and feelings, okay, that was all automatic. That happened, boom, real quick like. And then I get my real feelings. Now I'm really angry. Now I'm starting to perseverate. I'm starting to think about all those things that I believe happened. And so now I'm yelling at the person. I may roll down my window, give them a gesture or two, and yell and all that. That's my behavior. Now, let's go back to that same event. Car pulls in front of me. Automatic thought and feeling, that person needs to get in front of me. Go ahead. So my perceptions are, again, that person needs to get over so they can get off the exit. I believe that they need to get home just like I need to get home. Not a big deal. Core value of peace. Harmony, brother, it's okay. So my thought and feeling is, again, it's okay, come on. My conscious thought and feeling is, go ahead and move over. I'll thank you very much. Go ahead, not a problem. You're welcome. And that's my behavior. I might give them a gesture, a nice gesture of move in here. I might wave. So same event, different behavior based on automatic thoughts and feelings and all that. In order to engage our students and to have a dynamic classroom, we have to understand behavior, the anatomy of a behavior. We have to understand that it's functional and that truly behavior is just another communication device that we have as humans.